Good morning, my friends. You know, some mornings don't feel miraculous at all. You wake up to the same alarm, pour the same cup of coffee, stare at the same view out the window. The world feels muted, like someone turned down the volume on your purpose. You pray, but hear silence. You move, but it feels like you're standing still. Boy, I just couldn't come up with any creative ideas this morning for a good video, a good inspirational video. It was just one of those mornings. And yet, I'm reminded that mornings like this are often the very moments heaven treasures the most. You see, Jesus doesn't only walk through the storms and celebrations, he walks through the still mornings too, the ones filled with nothing but quiet. Think about his life before the crowds followed him, before water turned to wine, before blind eyes opened. For 30 hidden years, Jesus lived in Nazareth, a tiny, dusty town barely mentioned by name. He worked with his hands in Joseph's carpentry shop. The same hammer, the same nails, the same sunrise over those same hills. Day after day, he shaped wood, built tables, repaired yokes for farmers, quietly blessing people who didn't even realize the Messiah himself had crafted their furniture. There were no miracles recorded in those years, no crowd shouting Hosanna, just the rhythm of ordinary life. But don't miss this, because those quiet years, well, they mattered. In those unseen decades, the Son of God was learning the pace of patience. He was feeling the texture of humanity, the ache of tired muscles, the calluses of honest work, the humility of waiting for his appointed time. Nazareth was his classroom. Silence was his teacher. So when he finally stepped into the Jordan River to be baptized, heaven opened not just because he was divine, but because he was ready. The quiet had prepared him for the calling. And maybe that's where you are right now. The in-between. The quiet. The nothing seems to happen season. But what if the ordinary isn't a delay? What if it's divine preparation? You know, maybe today's stillness is strengthening you for tomorrow's storm. Maybe your morning coffee and quiet walk are not meaningless. They're sacred pauses where Jesus sits beside you, smiling softly and saying, "You're not behind, you're becoming." And the miracle isn't always in the parting of the sea. Sometimes it's in learning to trust while the tide is still. So breathe deeply. Let your steps be slow and your heart stay open, because the same Jesus who built tables in Nazareth is still building something in you. Steady, quiet, and beautiful. And you know what? Even in the silence, heaven is busy with your story, shaping you for what's next. God bless you, my friends.